Let's talk about something real, something a lot of people feel, but are too scared to say out loud. Christianity wasn't born in our cultures. It was brought here. Long before missionaries arrived, people across Africa, Asia, and the Americas had traditions, stories, and spiritual systems that connected them to the land, the ancestors, and to each other. These systems weren't savage or primitive, like colonizers claimed. They were deep, meaningful, and rooted in the lives of the people. But when colonizers showed up, they didn't just bring guns, chains, and ships. They brought a Bible, and they didn't come with humility. They came with an agenda. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If Christianity was really good news, why did it arrive with chains? Missionaries preached salvation while colonizers stole land. They sang hymns while loading human beings into ships like cargo. They prayed for souls while treating bodies like property. Think about that. The same faith that told you God is love was used to justify shackles, whips, and slave auctions. And ask yourself, why would a God of justice choose to reveal himself through people who saw you as less than human? Now fast forward. Colonization ended. Nations won independence. Chains broke. But did true freedom come? The church promised freedom, but built another prison. And this time, the chains weren't iron. They were spiritual and financial. Every Sunday, people are told, "Give your tithe, and God will bless you." Meanwhile, pastors drive away in brand new cars, wearing designer suits, while church members go home hungry, waiting for miracles that never come. Fake healings. Prosperity gospel. Endless building projects for the Lord, while schools and hospitals crumble. The pattern is the same. The system keeps the people poor and dependent, while a few at the top thrive. Does that sound like freedom? Or just a new kind of slavery? And here's the part many are scared to admit. Christianity, as it's often practiced today, has become less about truth and more about control. It tells you your traditions are evil. It tells you your ancestors are demons. It tells you questioning is sinful. But let's stop and ask, why is questioning dangerous? If the truth can defend itself, let's get even more direct. How is it considered moral for God to let his only son die for the sins of others? If your neighbor did that, killed their child to forgive you for stealing, you'd call it madness, not holiness. And how can a God who claims to be just send people to hell forever for mistakes made in a few short years of life? That's not justice. That's cruelty. But you're told not to ask those questions. You're told to just have faith. So let me say this to the person who feels that knot in your stomach on Sunday morning. Your doubts are valid. If you've wondered why the God who supposedly loves you came wrapped in chains, you're not crazy. If you've noticed the hypocrisy of rich pastors preaching to poor congregations, you're not rebellious. You're observant. If you've ever thought this doesn't feel right, that isn't Satan whispering. That's your own mind waking up. They say doubt is sinful, but I say doubt is the first step to freedom, because doubt means you're thinking for yourself. Doubt means you're no longer swallowing what you're told without question. Doubt means you're beginning to see through the system that was designed to control you. So whether you're in Africa, Asia, Latin America, or anywhere else, hear this. You don't need permission to think. You don't need a pastor to validate your doubts. You don't need to keep pretending just to fit in, because the truth is this. You don't owe your loyalty to a religion that arrived with chains. You don't owe your silence to pastors who grow fat while you starve. And you don't owe your faith to a God who looks suspiciously like the same colonizers who once enslaved your ancestors. Christianity wasn't born in your culture. It was imported. It wasn't carried by angels. It was carried by colonizers. It wasn't used to set people free. It was used to control. So if you're doubting, good. That means you're seeing clearly, because doubt is not the enemy. Doubt is your freedom knocking on the door.